Good afternoon, all you beautiful, lovely, and wonderful people out there on the tube. That is you. I'm going to do Silver Ridge Peaks. I want to start a thing where I do all the Hunter Call the Wild, go through every map, and just do the story mission for every map and to completion. And there we go. You know what? Yeah, let's start over from let's start from the beginning. I am not a female. Silver Ridge Peaks, I believe, is the one that we're doing right now. Let me double check. Oh, I can't see, but yeah, Silver Ridge is the one. Let's do. Amazing.
Welcome to where I call home. I've been roaming these parts since I was old enough to, well, roam. There isn't a mountain or lake out here that hasn't been explored by either me or my dad. I hope that you get a chance to fall in love with Silver Ridge Peaks. If you're anything like me, it won't take long.
Well, if you love it so much, why don't you marry it?
Good morning. I hope you got a chance to grab a big breakfast before heading out. There's a lot of ground to cover and it's tough on an empty stomach. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that I already have a job for you.
All right.
While things are quiet, I've been using our outpost to store essential supplies. There is an outpost not far from you that has a small stockpile of bottled water and canned goods. I need you to grab some things from this outpost and ferry them over to one of our observation towers. Don't worry, it's not a long journey. You'll be back to hunting in no time. Before now, we've always just used the lakes for drinking water. But ever since Dad got ill,
243.
we've had to put emergency measures in place.
The 357.
We always had emergency supplies, of course. But now we need to account for the possibility that our entire water table is polluted. Dad and I are convinced that it's just the one lake, polluted by the old mining sump next to it. But it's taking forever to get tests done, and it's not worth the chance of someone else getting sick.
Hold on. Gameplay, toggle. Aim is toggle on. I want the running. Oh, yeah. Run caps. All right. That's what I was looking for. I see you.
This is the place. The supplies should be laid out, ready for you to pick them up. We need at least 6 water bottles, a couple of cans of peaches or whatever we've got there. And there should be a stack of flyers. Grab them too.
I haven't barely go yet. $80 yards. Oh, I'm gonna need a new binoculars. Come on, be very, very quiet. We're hunting bears. All right, good shot. Oh, I used the wrong ammo. Improper ammo. Well, now I gotta look at my controls again. System, gameplay, no. Well, Imperial. Yeah, Imperial. And duck toggle. I don't know the button to keep finding it. Here it is. Enforce. Run toggle caps. Okay. Auto lock Q. Crouch. Left control. Prone is Z. That's what I was looking for. And reload is R, which makes sense. All right. Yeah. Which? My binoculars. Whatever. 1? No. 2? No. So that's 3. Here it is. towards what I actually have on me. And let's put this back, and put that back. That was the weapons, ammo. Yeah, put them all back. Oh, I don't have no money from that animal I just shot. Hold on a second. There we go. Sights. You know what? Just go and put it back for now. Sense Illuminator. Oh. Alright, so now let's look at the store what we have here. There should be something. I bought a lot of the DLCs. This is for size when we buy everything free because I already paid for it with real money. And one. That looks like a Mosin Nagant. I own one of those also. But at this point in time, anybody actually into guns who doesn't. That looked like an SKS. I used to have one of those also. I wish I would have kept it, but no, my dumbass, I sold it. And now I wish I would have kept it. 45, that's an air rifle. I have an air rifle, but mine's not as strong as that one there. That one, I think I definitely want that, the 308. .223. I have one gun that looks exactly like that, kinda, and it is chambered for. It's not chambered for .223. It's chambered for .556. But that means I can shoot the .223 out of it. And it's getting to be the time of year where they're getting close to coming out with another map. Well, the next DLC anyway. The direct drilling rifle. That must have been from one of the DLCs. And that's the only reason why it would be free. Dang, they got a lot of shotguns. Which can't really say anything. I mean, I have two of my own myself that I own. 12 gauges. And the thing is, I want more. I know there's two more specific ones I would like to get. Now for the rifle ammo, I'm gonna go. All right, so weapons, rifle. I think I'm going to hunt with the Wait, no, I'm not in the, no, I should, yes, I shouldn't be in the store, I should be in the storage. Weapons. 30-06 or 308. Let me look at the store at the ammo. 30-06 goes up to classes 4 to 8, and the 308 same thing, 4 to 8. I'm gonna go with the 308. All right, now that's for the rifles I have on me. Since I bought that 308 ammo. Okay, that's a 303. Yeah, don't tell me I messed up. No, not the store. Storage. There it is. Go with the stalker. Good. I'll take that one. That's for the ammo. Let's take the 308. Sights. Oh, I have to look in the store for the sights also. Where's the sights? 1x4? No, not really one I want. And it's looking like I don't have much of a choice right now until I work my way up some. Clothing, backpack. Binoculars. Because I would like to. Dang, I gotta level up a little bit. Where is the colors? And I know I did buy the oh, I didn't. I'm such an idiot. The because the electronic colors and stuff, I didn't buy it on the my PC yet. I bought it on my laptop. All right, back to storage. So I got the ammo, got that, and give me my binoculars back. Thank you very much. All right. Weapon 308. Ammo, let me guess. 308. Sight. Can't say 308. All right. Cool. All right, now let's get on with this mission.
You got everything? Fantastic. The tower isn't too far to go from here.
Says who? It didn't seem to take very long, baby. All right. One I was reading said it was going to be ½ inch tonight and maybe like what 3/4 of an inch tomorrow. Well, it just means I don't have to water the garden until Sunday. Because I did already water it this morning. Mule deer. Millie. Huh?
No nails.
Well, if we don't, I get my mail by Monday. I'm to call Capital One and ask them, hey, all right, Tuesday.
Like the Memorial Day, my grandma died. No, it's 17 years. Like 17 years. 17 years.
Oh, moly. Should have ran while you had the chance. I really. Wait, no, what? I wonder why they're not paying me. Get a phone call. Hello?
We pulled up your medic.
At least I got Steams on that one. No rifles for a reward. I definitely have to figure out what's going on with my game. What that is. I was looking at something, trying to see if can't figure out why I'm not getting the yeah, no cash and no experience. I wonder what's up with that. Let's just continue on. Gotcha, bitch! Was talking to the pronghorn. I did the Dave Chappelle one. Gotcha, bitch! Oh, but wrong ammo for it. Okay, so leave the pronghorn alone. I'm gonna leave everything alone because I'm not getting paid. Eh. Pretty steep hill.
You found the tower. There's hopefully a free shelf inside, somewhere you can stash the supplies. Oh, you should hang on to a couple of the flyers, though. Fantastic. That tower should have everything it needs now. How's the view from up there? It's great to have a hunter like yourself around. I'm grateful for your help with the supplies. I can't wait to hear your Silver Ridge hunting stories. Things have been quiet here recently, but with a hunter of your caliber on the reserve, we're gonna show folks that this is still the best place in the Rockies to hunt.
Well, actually, this is just the first
Plus,
place
you're
we
not the
shot.
only one working with us. We were able to convince Remy Warren to visit, and he's been logging his solo hunts out here for a week or so. He's got a pretty decent following online, so hopefully he's impressed with the reserve. When I proposed using social media to promote the reserve, the board were a little hesitant. But they're giving us a chance to try something new, and I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Excuse me.
So I suppose you were wondering why I wanted you to grab the flyers, right? There are people who come out here just to visit the lake. I'm fine with people standing on the shore, but until we
Me?
know exactly what's going on, we need to keep people out of it. I had these flyers made up so we can pin them to our bulletin boards. There's a trail that leads straight to the lake, so I'd like you to pin up one of these flyers at the trailhead. Now, the flyers cover the basics: heavy metals, mining waste, and why to avoid diving in. It's not much, but until we know more, it's all we have. The lake is
Well, you
beautiful,
always get a
and
thing.
it's always pulled in visitors. It still looks the same as it ever did. Maybe even better, now that it's calm and peaceful.
What
But
the now?
now, I can't look at it without seeing what it did to my dad, or what it's doing to the reserve. People discover that we have one contaminated lake and assume that the reserve isn't worth visiting anymore. So far, the local wildlife seems okay, but our bookings for visitors, and especially hunters, have dried up. I have a few contingency plans that I want to try out. I'm a little nervous, though, as our board can be a little conservative. And if my ideas don't involve pulling in hunters, it can be really tricky to get them on board. It was easier to convince the board to invite yourself and Remy into the reserve, given that you're both hunters with good reputations. I'm glad you said yes.
Well, hell yeah. An opportunity to hunt. I'll pin a flyer up here.
One down, one to go. Keep following trail to the lake.
Can't I just take a shortcut? I should have gotten one of my, I believe I did buy dogs on this, because on the PlayStation I bought every single DLC so far, but not everything here on my laptop. But I'm going to do the storyline mission with every single map. So I'm going to do them all one by one. So once I finish Silver Ridge Lake, then I'll choose another map, go to that one, till I go through all the maps and get them all completely 100% completed. That's my goal anyway. Hopefully at the lake we start seeing some need zones.
Take a look at the water. If I hadn't told you, would you suspect that the lake was dangerous?
Well, any water is dangerous.
We might not be able to monitor the lake 24/7, but at least now people have been warned. Thanks for taking care of that. It's such a strange feeling to be publicizing the very issue that is hurting us at the moment. I know it's the responsible thing to do, but it still feels slightly like self-sabotage. Our summer season has already started, and normally, this whole area would be covered with hikers. I've only seen a handful of people in the reserve recently. I'm sure that things will pick up eventually, but every day I'm reminded that my dad was the major driving force behind this place. It's just bad timing, I suppose. We'd had some other issues with one of the board members, but that's in the past. The best thing to do is to keep pushing forward. I've got some big plans to help turn things around. Who knows? Maybe we'll have this place at full strength by the time my dad gets back in the saddle. I'm talking a lot about family stuff, aren't I?
A little bit.
I suppose work and family are the same thing for me, you know? I've been watching my dad do this job since I was a kid. Let's change the subject, shall we? I've got a job that I'd like you to take care of. The big plans I mentioned before. One of these plans is a little passion project of mine. We're gonna need some gear. Rappelling gear, actually. I have stashed a few bags at one of the nearby outposts, and I'd like you to head over there and pick them up, when you can.
Well,
I've been doing adventure sports for about 10 years or so now. It started with bouldering and rock climbing while I was on a high school trip. Last year, I got an accreditation as an instructor, and I was planning on teaching classes. When my dad got ill, I put it on the back burner. But now, I think we have a good opportunity to commit to it. Unfortunately, I'm a little too busy to teach classes just now. But one of my base jumping friends, Sammy, took the same course as me, so she's gonna lead the class instead.
sending me up the dang mountain. I should have picked up my ATV. Definitely, any need zones we see on the way over there, we're definitely fine, because that'll help put more wildlife on the reserves, on the map. So that 308 I know is too big for the pronghorn. Yeah, look ways for crossing the street.
No.
And it's a very, very long time since I started this game over from the beginning, so I forgot how empty these maps were until you found the need zones. Like on my PlayStation, oh my god, you can't walk 5 foot without running into herds of animals. Does the front yard look like it needs mowed also? Huh? Okay. Okay, there. Sorry, my hand keeps slipping off the Devia. One of the reasons why you can't play this on the PlayStation anymore, because like I've told you about, I do have multiple sclerosis, and it's hard for me to hit the controls anymore, so I have to can't really do it on PlayStation anymore, so I have to try and switch over to my PC, my laptop. Hopefully it's a little easier on me. Still gets painful though. But it is what it is. Come on. It sucks with this most is and I'm left-handed, and that's my left side. The BMX is affecting the most. Left arm, left hand, left leg, left foot. Well, almost there. Yeah, each map though is got to be broken up into a series. I'm not going to be able to do the entire mission storyline on that map in one session. It's definitely going to be broken up into multiple sessions. But in the end, my goal is I do want to end up covering the entire storyline on every map. So that's my goal. This is the trail that never ends. Yes, this is the trail that never ends. Some people started walking it, not realizing what it was. Now they're stuck doing it forever because this is the trail that never ends. this is a long time to be walking without seeing any animals. Oh, I don't even think I don't even have Australia on my laptop yet. I know when I bought this game for my laptop, I bought the game and all the maps and the DLCs that were out for it when I bought it, but a bunch more have came out since I bought it, and that was a few years ago. But I'll eventually get them over time. Got my credit cards I used to buy them all. I have now switched that credit card over to that's my my gun card. That's the one I use when I buy a new gun. So now I'm just working on paying it down so I can get more. Yay, we're almost there.
The gear is in here. I packed it into a couple of backpacks. It shouldn't be too heavy.
And I think on here I have the first dog unlocked. I don't, well, the Bloodhound. I don't think I'm pretty sure I did not get any of the other animal, dog, ones unlocked. Let me take a look, see. Garage. Oh, wait, so yep, I did buy the ATVs on this one. Oh, purchasable. Oh, I didn't buy any of the dogs on here. Okay.
You got everything? There's a good rock face nearby that Sammy can use to teach her beginners. If I recall correctly, you also have some mountain climbing experience. I get
If
it.
by falling,
Those mountain goats aren't easy to catch. There's some good anchoring points at the top of the rock face. If you can get those ropes nice and secure, it'll save Sammy some time and help the class.
man, you better be feeling good. This is a lot of unnecessary walking. It's taking me away from my hunting. You know what I should have done? Alright, next outpost I come to, I will grab a tent. Carry with me, because I know with the tent I can at least summon an ATV no matter where I'm at. Keep an eye out for the aminos. Getting closer. One, two, three. Oh, oh, oh. 300 yards.
Fine.
Truth be told, I've wanted to start an extreme sports group here for a long time, but the old chairman of the board pushed back against anything that wasn't hunting. He was very old-fashioned, though. The patriarch of the Simpkins Electronics Empire. He even forced his vegan animal rights activist son, Timothy, to come with him on hunting trips to Africa. Accused the activist of brainwashing his son.
No, I
The
want to go
family
on a trip to
reputation
Africa.
around here dropped quite dramatically when my dad caught Timothy drinking and dealing drugs inside the reserve. Simpkins actually used his power on the board to keep my dad quiet. But the next time my dad caught Tim in the reserve, he wasn't just dealing drugs. He had been poaching. Dad called it in without even telling Simpkins Sr. Of course, he was furious. Tried to get my dad fired, actually. But all credit to the board. They stuck with my old man. All these changes I want to make will hopefully account for the loss of the Simpkins' money and influence. This is just the start, too. I'm proposing snowboarding and extreme skiing for the winter. I've got some friends who I'd love to invite over to shoot some videos. Could be fun, don't you think?
Cheers.
Anyway, if the rappelling goes well and makes a little money, I think the old folks on the board will start to come around.
Uh-huh.
That looks great. I doubt I could have done a better job myself. Don't let the ropes down. We don't need them getting all tangled up. I really appreciate your help with this one. It's been an uphill battle to get to this point, and I'm disappointed that I can't be there to run the classes myself.
And if you weren't
If
here,
I'm
how do
being
you know I
honest,
can catch them right?
I have a lot invested in the classes going well. There's still some people on the board who are friends with the old chairman, and it seems pretty clear that they don't like me proposing new ideas. Anyway, I'll let Sammy know that we're good to go. I trust her to take care of it.
That jump, falling doesn't bother me, but that sudden stop at the bottom, that does. All right, what next, man? Come on.
Hey, so listen. There might be a situation going on at the moment, and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established, we took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him. Can you head over to the mine and see what's going on? He's allowed to hike and camp there, but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself.
I'll take care of that. He won't go in. Really? A freaking mile? And I really hope I run into an outpost soon on the way there so I can get one of those quad bikes instead of walking this entire way there. Dinosaur Hill? This ain't looking like no dinosaur. Mm-hmm. Come on, really? I know in real life, I used to be able to jog about, well, I used to be able to walk 3 miles in an hour. And when I went for a run, when I went with first enlisted in the Marine Corps, I used to go jogging before tripping out just to get in shape. I used to jog about 3 miles, and the only reason I ever stopped was because I was bored. I was sitting there just starting jogging because I had nothing to do. After about the third mile, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of bored. I'm done. Kind of cool though when you go jogging once you're used to it. Yeah, after about obviously about half a quarter mile, half a mile, you start getting a little winded, but you just keep on going. You really do get a second wind where you could actually pick up speed. I usually, for me, after the half mile and 3/4 of a mile mark, I was able to start going faster, and I never got tired or winded. I was able to keep going and going without a problem, without breathing hard or anything. But like I said, the only reason I stopped was I got bored, and that was a lifetime ago. I was 18 then, 50 now. 32 years ago. Damn, that was forever ago. Mm. And it's weird, I haven't seen no sign of any animals, really, except for down by the water. Come on. Get over this mountain. There we go. You know, funny. When I used to do the jogging, I'd actually do it while smoking a cigarette. Good shot, Maynard. Hmm. Almost there. Just under 3/4 of a mile. It's actually trying it feels like my hand's on the walk button, but it's not. Well, it's not what it is. My finger will slip down a little bit, and I'll be hitting the W and the S at the same time. And if you're holding the front, the walk forward and backwards, both buttons at the same time, you kind of don't move. Look at all these coniferous trees. It almost looked like a buffalo right there. Boy, this deer has some balls, doesn't it? Cool, only 800 yards, and I'll be there. I was actually out in my garden the other day gardening, and a bird came down, landed, and it was like sitting there right there between me and my wife. Like I could reach out and touch it, just sitting there. And I'm like, well, you got some balls? And we walked away, we left the bird there and let it do its thing, but that was cool. I remember when I was younger, I was working at this one place, and this bird came down, was sitting on the sidewalk, and I walked over and I grabbed it and I picked it up. And I walked over and people were like, what, is this wing broken? I went, no. And I just opened my hand up and threw it up in the air and it flew away. Oh, that's kind of cool. A couple years ago, I caught a hummingbird, and it was after I caught it, and it was its foot was on my finger, like it was holding on my finger. So I opened my hand up, and I was holding my hand out, and it was in there just sitting on my hand. And I went and walked into the house, walked all through the house, then turned around and walked outside the house, and I was standing there outside with my hand open, waiting for the bird to fly away. It was just sitting there on my hand. It would not fly away. So I had to shake my hand a little bit, and then it flew away. I think I caught 3 hummingbirds when I lived there. But I always let them go. I only caught them because they flew into the porch, and they were on the porch. And I was just catching them, just taking them back outside, let them go run out, fly away outside. Full 100 yards left. I thought this was opening up into a lake. Oh, maybe it is. Not. Oh, there's something right over here. Might as well grab it while I'm here. Point of interest, POI. It looks like a cairn. Pitchboone Pit. When I was a kid, I also figured something out. When I was riding my bike, if the wind was blowing pretty hard, it was at my back. It actually helped me go faster. But when I was riding my bike with the wind at my face, I could definitely tell the difference. And it was making it harder to pedal because it was pushing against me. So I liked riding up this road against the wind all the way up to the end of it, and then I'd turn around and go with the wind, so it would be pushing me at my back, and just to see how fast I could go. I mean, probably not that fast because I was a kid on a bicycle. Well, no, I thought it was fun. Whee! Whee, 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 whee.
Okay, first things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure.
That was close.
This looks intact, at least. That's got to be a good sign. A trail camera? I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera.
I already did. There's more. Why would they need this many in one spot? You don't put that many trail cameras in one area.
Another trail camera.
Space them out.
Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching?
I don't know. You tell me.
Hopefully that's the last one. Pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. I don't really understand what's going on with the cameras, but at least the entrance is secure. Let's go find his camp, shall we? It was actually Remy that called this one in. He doesn't know who Bobby Joe is, but I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
That ain't bad. All right, so I'm gonna end it right here for now. But anyone that does come in and watch this, I want to say thank you. I really, truly do appreciate it. I love you all. I wish everybody have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll try and come back and see y'all on Monday. Hasta luego.